Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Tuesday night training webinar, the weekly webinar we hold every Tuesday. Basically, before we start this amazing presentation today with a guest speaker, a guest global power distributor, I just wanted to congratulate some of the people in across the country, across the globe. So first of all, we have. Sorry, let me just get my notes here. Sorry, a bit unorganized. First of all, we have Vera Barashikova in Ukraine. We have Germano Zania in Italy, Ko Chiang Hyung in Taiwan, Laszlo Raksai in Hungary, and someone has just gone in the power in the Philippines. So congratulations to all those people. There's many more people fighting towards power as well, which is great to see. So without wasting any more time, I would like to hand you over to our global power distributor, who will be taking you through an amazing presentation. So make sure you grab a pen and take as many notes as you can, because this will absolutely explode your business. It is an amazing presentation. So I'll hand you over now to Alan Platt.
Hey Frazer, thank you very much for that introduction there. Yeah, you can see obviously, the Sherlock is exploding around the world. Congratulations to all those people going power. Lots of globals recently happening as well, and more people getting close. Now, we really do have a fantastic system that's enabling people to succeed, no matter where you're based. We're an online opportunity, but if you can have a system that's duplicatable, that's how people are going to go power. That's how people are going to go global and to move forward to the diamond positions as well. And it's all about the system. Now, one of the things I love about the system that we have, it's been really designed to make it so simple. Whether you've done network marketing before or not, it doesn't matter. If you can pick up a phone, point someone to a website and press play, you can build a global business beyond your wildest dreams. And that's why we've created, with a Destination Diamond, Simon and Fraser and myself, to get a system, and many other leaders in different countries, that people can lock into to build their business. And we think it's really important that people really don't try and be that Lone Ranger. Don't think you know better. You may come on board, whether you've done networking or not. The leaders who are doing the best in this business, introducing this, are sticking to a system. Don't be that maverick, the Lone Ranger says, I'm going to try it my own way and run off in the opposite direction to what the leadership is saying. Because there's a good chance, if you try and create your own system, you try and build a structure slightly different, there's a good chance it's going to collapse, it's going to fail, and you'll have no one else to blame. This system is set to enable people to succeed worldwide, and it's so simple. We call it a three-step tour. I'm going to cover the actual tour in more detail, but basically we literally put people on an 8-minute video. We show them the application, the amazing Shopping Sherlock application we have, and then we get them more information. We get the questions answered, we give them more details about the business for those people who want to do that, and get the information to them so they can make an informed decision. I've been in networking for a while now, and I've never seen a company that's got a system as good as this, because anybody can do it. Now, the great thing is, to do the system, first thing you got to do is you've got to have people to tell. Pick up the phone. We say when people first come on board is create a list of all your contacts. That is so important. Never prejudge, put everybody on that list and go to them. All we're doing is giving them the information about what we do. They'll decide whether they want to do it or not. So that kind of, for me, takes the pressure off. I'm not emotionally attached to any of the outcomes. I'm a tour guide. I show people what we have. I let them get all the information, get all the questions answered, and then they'll decide whether they want to do it or not. So what we do is we've got to pick up the phone, we've got to call all our contacts, and if we just literally do it one at a time, and we invite them to see the Shopping Sherlock and the amazing opportunity we have with this. And we try and do this as fast as we can. When you first come on board, you've got the whole warm market, you should hammer it and don't even sleep. You build this big and you build it fast, you can build it long term. And it's amazing the momentum you can get as you're putting a lot of time into this business. And the great thing is, even when you've been in a business business for many, many, many years, you can still have that same urgency when you're speaking to people. We meet new people all the times that we can put into our opportunities, so we can either give them an app for free, or they may want to do the business or not. But the idea is we just show people we meet. I mean, I've introduced it to a couple of people who just joined me in my business. You know, one of them I didn't even know a couple of weeks ago. This shows you how powerful this is. So we pick up the phone to take them through that 3-step tour. Now, the great thing is, you know, you don't have to be an IT whiz. When you're on the end of the phone, no one knows what you're dressed like, how smart you are, what your appearance is like. You could be sat in your dressing gown. You could be sat in a stormtrooper's outfit if you wanted to be. As long as you're professional on the phone, you can get your message over. And you can speak to people around the world. And even people who don't know how to use the phone properly can still go far, you know, in many professions. But they can definitely in this, because it's such a simple profession that we have in terms of the system that we have to build a shopping Sherlock. Now, sometimes you're not going to get the responses you want. You'll pick up the phone, you'll call some people, you might think maybe sometimes they may be negative and you don't understand why, or you do a follow-up call and they're not there to take the call at the agreed time. Sometimes things don't go right, but you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Just accept things happen, stay calm and stay professional, and just build this business. If someone's not available, ring the next person. If someone's not there for a follow-up call, ring the next person. It's not rocket science if we keep it really simple. So again, don't get emotionally attached to the outcome. Our business model is such an emotionally charged business. You're going to have highs and lows, but what's going to help you succeed is being able to manage both of those. So with our system as well, it makes it so simple to take the emotion out, because we let all the tools do the talking. And you're not going to get a tool better than destinationdiamond.co.uk. Now, what I do to start off our tour, I pick up that phone and I'll call someone. So I may call a friend. Hey, Steve, it's Alan. I'm real busy at the moment, but I've got something really exciting I want to show you. Do you have 8 minutes for me right now? You know, quite often that creates a curiosity. Well, actually, yeah, I do. Are you in front of a PC? Yep, great. I want you to go to this website, destinationdiamond.co.uk, and tell me when you're there. And I go quiet. Basically, I'm just a tour guide. I'm pointing the way. I'm definitely keeping it simple when I do it. And this is a system we try and duplicate within our team. And the step 1 on Destination Diamond is where I'm going to take them. So once they've got to Destination Diamond, I simply say, see where it says step 1, there's an 8-minute video. This is our business partner, Simon Brookes, who's doing this presentation. You can see him there going and driving into his property in Formby, an amazing network. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you to press play on that, and then we'll talk as soon as it's finished. So the great thing here is, all I've done is got someone to a website. I've not gone into talking about how cool the weather is or what the football's been doing or anything like that. I'm there, it's sharp, it's professional, and if they've not got that time available at that time, or in this example he did, I just say, okay, when can you have 8 minutes for me for sure? And I'll book a time, say, okay, I've got to go, I'll call you at that time we just agreed. Now, we could do a whole training on the inviting, but I'm just giving you an example. You don't spend a lot of time when you do this properly. So I get them to the destinationdiamond.co.uk website. I say, press play on step 1, and I'll stay on the line, and we'll talk as soon as it's finished. Now, while they're watching that video, I just mute my phone. Now, I carry on working. I'm doing emails, maybe call a few more people, do some training, whichever we're doing. But the principle is, in that 8 minutes, they're active. I'm not. I can be working on other things. So it's very time efficient for me. But the great thing is, the reason why I personally say is I stay on the phone is because I now know I've got their full attention for that 8 minutes. They're not going to take another call because their phone's engaged. They're engaged on what I want them to see. So it's really important in this system for you to try and control the conversation. It's about controlling, so you get them to see it in the best way for them, which is also the best way for you. So we get them to watch the 8-minute video on Destination Diamond, and it's a fantastic presentation by Simon Brookes, the Diamond Distributor, and it gives them a snapshot of what our business is about. So again, all I've done is gone to a website and said press play. So step 1 is about pressing play. Now again, different people do it slightly different. Step 2, I give them the free app. As soon as that's finished at 8 minutes, I unmute my phone and said, hey Steve, is it all finished? Yeah, great. Now I'm going to give you the free app you've just heard about. So I take them to my Shopping Sherlock website. and they install the app from there. It's dead simple, as we all know. It just takes a few seconds to install by clicking on get the free app, and then I demonstrate the app with them live. So this probably takes me about 5 minutes, and in that time period, I'm pointing out the benefits to them. So I'm pointing out the amazing branding that we have, how it's going to save them time now they've got this application, how it's going to save them money now they've got this application. So it's about them, it's not always about us. You know, if we give more, we get more. And the great thing here is I also, as I'm going through the demonstration, is I show them as well how that has an income opportunity for me and a branding opportunity for me. So step 2, we give them the application, and then we simply point out the benefits. So how I do that is I go through the main features. Imagine you've got the application on the screen. This is a team training, so you've likely already got the application. So I go to Google and let's do a product search. Sometimes I say, let's try something you've recently purchased, and we'll show you how you can get it cheaper unless you got it at the best price. Or I might give them one, say for example, let's search on Google for an iPod Touch. They do the search and I go, whoa, look at this. How powerful is this? You're looking at the front page search result for that iPod. There's our shopping Sherlock. There's our application. Now hover over that for me, Steve. And as he hovers over it, the application opens up. There's that branding. That branding is so powerful. If you think about this, you're looking at my logo on the front page of Google, even though we put an application on real quick. It goes on all the pages now, even though we search for an iPod Touch. How powerful is that? So you can see what I'm doing? I'm actually pointing out how powerful that branding is, because some people don't realize what's there unless you point it out to them. But it's phenomenal, that branding that we can get, where we can get any company on that page. Powerful, powerful stuff. So I point out the benefits of the branding, and then I get them to show them how to use the application by clicking on Shop USA. In this example, I'm in the UK, so it'll be Shop UK, and we search for that product. I take them into some of the major searches on there, like your Amazons and eBays, just show them how they can save time going some of the major ones, and then I show them how to use the compare button to get the best price. So we know we click on the compare, it searches the internet, it pulls up the web pages with the best price for the product we're putting in. So again, I'm showing them how to use it, but as they're using it, I'm putting in little pointers all the way along saying, you know, if you made that purchase, that can generate me an income. If you're clicking on these sites, that can potentially generate me an income. So they're getting the grasp that they're using it for free, they're getting it for free, and as they're doing it, they're helping me make money. So again, I'm showing them the business opportunity here. So I want them to understand how they can generate income. I also show them how it's in many different countries and how simple it is to change using the update settings tab. And I show them the amazing product we've just launched, the Sherlock Daily Deals, how they can benefit from wherever they're based in those countries that the Daily Deals is live by getting some fantastic offers. And whilst they do that, we make an income as Sherlock distributors. You don't get better than this. So what I'm effectively doing, they've seen a snippet on the start on that first step 1 video with Simon Brookes. I'm now selling them on how good this product is. And you know, if they don't do the business, they've got my app. My business has already grown. So if they decide not to be a distributor, that's their choice, you know, and I respect that. You know, I think it's crazy not to do this because this is just an amazing business, but I respect their belief. Now, the thing is, again, because I've already given them the app, my business has grown even if they say no. So the application's amazing, but I point them the benefits out, and I also show them how to do it, because if I show them how to do it, they're going to use it more often, they'll make greater time savings, they'll make greater cash and financial savings, and I'm likely, and the teams are likely to generate more income because more people are using this amazing product that we have. So step 2 for me is demo the app. Now, some people could do that as step 1. You know, people are different. This is the way I do it. It's one way, not the only way. But you know, I think this is such an easy system to install the application, use. Even a baby could do this. It's so simple if you think about it. Click on a button, it finds you the best price, but you're always going to get a few people you introduce it to. So, oh, it's not installing quick enough, or maybe that link didn't come up quick enough, or it didn't do this. You know, not everyone's going to love what we have, and that's fine. Again, don't worry about it. If someone doesn't like something, That's their belief. Some people like one food, some people like another. There's no right or wrong. It's just what's right for that individual. So if someone's not happy with the app, that's fine. That's their choice. There's millions of people who are using this application. Fantastic application that we've got around the world. So what I do is I give them a way out at that time, and I say, based on what you've seen and heard, are you interested in finding out more about the business, how you can build a significant income on a part-time or full-time basis if you wish? So if they say, yeah, great, I get them to step 3. And a lot of people say yes because they've seen step 1, which is a fantastic presentation by Simon Brookes. They've seen how good the application is, how easy it is to get, and how easy it is to use, and now they're going to save money. So a lot of people really do want to find out more information. They may not join at the end of it, but at least we're giving them the information. Plus, if you think about this, if they say, Alan, thanks for calling me, but it's not for me, I'm out of there. I'm on to the next person. They have spent the 8 minutes on the step 1. I've only spent 5 minutes with that individual. I've given them an application, and I've got to a yes or no very, very quick the way I do this. So a lot of people, like I say, yeah, I want to find out more. I'm interested. I say, okay, go back to destinationdiamond.co.uk, and there's a second webcast on there. It's a pre-recorded webcast. It's about 25, 26 minutes long. I want you to watch that. This is going to give you the further information you need to determine whether this is a fit for you or not. And by the way, if it's not for you, I'm fine with that, and if it is, I'm fine with that as well. So what I'm doing there is I'm taking pressure off them, and I'm taking pressure off me. So again, everyone has the different ways they invite and take people through the tour. This is just the way I found it's worked really well for me. I've personally introduced 95 people as level 1 at the time of recording this video using this system. So it works. So we duplicate that. We've got lots of powers in our group, and that's why we went global in our 3rd full month. So this definitely works, this system, and I definitely encourage anyone to do it. So we get them on to step 3, and I say press play, but this time it's about 25 minutes longer, so I won't stay online. I'll give you a call at a certain time. So say, for example, it was due to time, I work out about 12 o'clock noon. I'll give you a call at 12 o'clock noon. So I always write down the time that they're pressing play. I know how long that video is, and I call them literally just after it's finished. Sometimes I get them just a few minutes or a few seconds before. That's not a problem. I'll say, okay, if it's not finished, I'll stay quiet and we'll talk when it's finished. So again, we get them on step 3, and if you think, what have I done? I've got them to the website and asked them to press play. So again, the tools are doing all the work for us. They're doing all the talking for us. So you could be the busiest person in the world, and you can build this business, on your headset, as long as you're driving safe, in your car, in your downtime, because you're just asking people to visit a website. So we'd get them through to watch that, and we'd follow up straight away and be professional. At the time, we'd agreed, hey, Steve, is it all finished? Yeah, it's all finished. Great. What did you like about it? So I asked for a positive response type question. I don't say, what did you think? I say, what did you like about it? And generally they'll tell me, yeah, I like that, or yeah, I like this. And you know what I like so much about that? Quite often I say, yeah, I love that for the same reason. I love the way we can help so many people with this application. I love the way we can generate income that can really change our lives and our families' lives, where we've got very, very low risk. In fact, in my opinion, it's a zero risk, because I make more in savings using the product than what it costs me to have the business each month. But you know what? If someone's not available to watch that at that time, we've got other ways we can give them further information. We've got live webcasts. There's great webcasts that people can lock into around the world with key leaders who understand this business model, who understand how to present that to your guests and to our guests. We have them in the UK every Monday at 8 p.m. Lock your team into these. These live events, these could be home meetings or leadership weekends, which are so powerful. If you're not booked on the leadership weekends, make sure you book on those. Obviously, we've got our own websites that we can get information to, like your own Sherlock site, where they get the app from. There's lots of information on there about the company, the compensation plan, what the product does, testimonials. It's a powerful, powerful way of giving people the information without you talking about it. In no time when I'm doing a presentation do I answer the questions. I let the tools answer the questions. And that is key to part of the duplication. So someone can start today with this system. They can be building their business straight away. They don't have to try and learn a load of stuff before they can earn. They can be earning as they're learning. And the great thing, the next step in a way after this to finalize the getting the further information, which is step 3, we do the 3-way calls. They are so important. So when you finish somebody on the step 3 in terms of further information, be it the webcast or be it an event or be it the pre-recorded webcast on the website, call you upline into a call. Give you an example. If I was putting through some of that on the tour, whether I'm on my iPhone or whether I'm on Skype, as soon as I've asked that question, what did you like about it? I say, hey, can you just hold the line for me 1 moment? Okay, and then what I'm doing is I'm calling my upline. So I'll give Simon a call and say, hey Simon, I've got such a body on the phone. Are you okay for 3-way? I'd just like to introduce you. If he's not a problem. I then go back to the other call and say, hey, sorry about that. There's someone on the other line, which is the truth. Obviously, I called them there. And then I carry on and I obviously then deal with their questions on my own. If they are available, great. And I'll just say, hey Steve, I've just got Simon on the other line. I thought while you're on, let's hook you up together just to say hi. And then I would sit back. But what I would do is I'd edify my upline, so I'd edify Simon. So whoever your upline is, edify them. You can say, this is my business partner. In this example, it's Simon Brookes. You know, he's the diamond, the #1 guy in the world, exploded in this business, brought this opportunity into the UK and exploded it around the world. He's one of the driving forces behind this. He's been in this business for 25 years. And then after then I'd say, Simon, this is Steve, and I know Steve from XYZ. He's just seen the presentations on Destination Diamond, and I thought I'd add you to see if he's got any questions. So what I'm doing there is I've edified the upline. And the reason why we do that is because sometimes you speak to people and they know you. You know what? They've probably seen you drunk sometimes, depending if you're close friends. They've probably seen you do some crazy things. Yeah, they love you, and you know what? But they'll respect somebody you edify. Yeah, because they trust you, but now you place the other person that you brought onto the line in a position of respect, and then they'll give their story, and hopefully then we get all the questions answered. So edifying is so important to do, and sit back. And when I do a 3-way call where I'm calling in my upline, I sit back and I go completely quiet. I say absolutely nothing unless I'm specifically asked the question myself. Now it happens the other way when my team call me for an upline. I take over the call and I then go, they sit back, I answer all the questions. Now the great thing here is when someone's new to this business, you've just got started, by listening to the questions that get asked, that you can also listen to the answers your upline give. So it's kind of like a training call for you as well. So someone might ask the question, is it in this country? If you're not sure, you know what, your upline will probably know. And the great thing this is, it's a coachable, teachable system. So if you think about how simple it is, again, what have you done to get all the questions answered? You've dialed a phone and you've made a quick introduction, and then you've gone quiet. That is so powerful. So 3-way calls certainly work. And after that, I just say, hey, Steve, is this opportunity for you or not? I go for a yes or no answer. So, or yeah, you're going to get some gray areas, but quite often you're going to get a lot of people who say, yes, it's for me. I see it. I get it. Now let's get started. And then what you do is you join them into the business. You lock arms with them and you join them in the team that can help them change their lives. And this system, again, we then duplicate with them. We tell them what we're showing you right now, because we know duplicatable systems are key to anyone's success in our business model. People can't succeed. Duplicatable systems can succeed. You could sit in front of someone if you know the whole business and explain it all to them. They think they've got to be able to do that. I could sit in front of someone today and go through the whole comp plan, the company, the products, you know, and describe it all. I just taught them wrong if I did. So if I'm actually with someone and they say, show me this, I press play on these same websites as if I was on the opposite side of the country to them. So even if I have a meeting in a coffee shop, I get my laptop out, I press play, do a 3-way. The system is the same no matter where you are. And that's going to also help you overcome some of the other things. You're going to get some no's. Not everyone's going to go yes and lock them into the system. Some people are going to say no. They don't see it always how we see it. We've got that belief. Not everyone understands our business model, but you know what? With an opportunity like ours where you can build global, internationally, for less than $1 a day per month, that is absolutely powerful, where you can give someone such a great income opportunity for such a low risk. But even with given that, you're still going to get some people who say no, even though we believe it truly is an absolutely no-brainer. You can even, like I mentioned before, generate in savings simply by using the product more than this business costs per month. Yet we're in the hottest business in the world, in my opinion. We're in the tech field. We're in money saving, which is the new green. So we think it's a no-brainer, but some people don't, always look at it the same way we do. Some people look at it in a different way. And for me, again, that's absolutely strange. But you know what? Some people simply just don't see it. And you know what? That's okay. I think if they don't see it personally, they're just a bunch of maybe a few people who have a different belief than what we do. So I respect their belief and I just move on, to the next person. So think about this, guys. Some people will, some won't. So what? Next. Don't be emotionally attached. Take them through that simple tour. Someone says no, phone down. You just pick up that phone, you dial the next person and go back. And if you think it might seem repetitive, and I'm glad it is, because that's why it's so simple, because it takes us as the individuals out of the equation. It enables anyone to do this business. It's a system that really does duplicate. So what should you do next? You're watching this webcast presentation. You may be watching it on the recording. But what should you do next? If you want to explode this amazing business that you've got your hands on, well, I'll tell you exactly what you should do next. Call your next person. Pick up the phone, use the tour, stick to it. It's all about prospecting and inviting this business. Now, whether you're giving the application away, whether you're looking for business partners, whatever your reason is, it's your reason. Let's make every single day count. Speak to people every day of the week. You know what? There's always another day tomorrow. You can speak to someone. If something doesn't work well for you today, don't worry about it. Ring someone else. It's a different call. In our business, especially with a binary plan, which I think is amazing that we have, the next two conversations could really change your life. And a day of work now really could result in a week's holiday down the line. So guys, enjoy the journey. Have lots of fun. We've got a simple system. Now think about the system, how time efficient it is. Step 1, call someone, go to a website, press play. Step 2, get them to your website, get them to click, get the app. Step 3, get them to the website, press play. And to finish step 3, more information, dial a number and let someone else answer the questions for you. If you keep it as simple as that, you've got a greater chance of succeeding. Everybody, my name's Alan Platt. I've had a great pleasure in introducing the system I use tonight. And if you use it slightly different, if you lead with the app or the business, I go with the business. Hope you'll have a great success down the line. Frazer, thank you very much for inviting me to do this evening. Over to you, Frazer.
Alan, that was outstanding. I mean, the best thing about Alan's presentations is you don't feel like you're in school being lectured to. You're actually laughing. I was laughing my head off watching that. Absolutely amazing, Alan. Thank you so, so much for your time. I just wanted to cover a few things. Basically, the system that Alan's talking about is exactly how Simon Brookes has built things, Serge in the Russian and the UK has built things, I've built things. My list, when my dad sponsored me into the business, he said, build a list and aim for 200 people. If you go over that, great. And I said, well, Dad, at the time I was 22. And I said, Dad, I don't know that many people. So my list was actually 137 people. Out of the 137 people I put through the system, 46 of them joined. That's 1 in 3. 1 in 3 of these people joined using this system that's all being set up for you. But for me, what I noticed was the people who didn't join was because my effort in the initial phone call wasn't up to scratch. Most of the people that didn't join were at the start. So the people that joined, the majority of the people that joined were towards the end because I perfected that opening few lines, literally a few lines, just to basically get them excited about watching the step 1, step 2, step 3. That's the most exciting thing, and I tell you what, when you get it right, it's awesome. Alan, that was amazing. I mean, everybody should freeway with their upline, but also everyone should freeway with Simon Brookes. You should email him, Skype him, phone him. He's open to everybody. who's involved in Shopping Sherlock, and I mean everybody. This guy is unbelievable at three-way calling. If you've not had a three-way call with him, make sure you start doing it, because the conversion rates are insane. Here, Simon actually, my dad actually told me about following up. Now, the fortune really isn't a follow-up, and he actually told me not that long ago. He said, did you know, Frazer, that 48% of people in MLM never follow up with a prospect? 48%. He then said 25% of people in MLM make a second contact and stop. He said 12% of people make more than 3 contacts. But then it got interesting. He said, Frazer, you should never, ever, ever let go of someone. Be like a pit bull. Never let go. Never, ever, ever let go. And this is why. He said 2% of MLM people make the sales are made on the first contact. Just 2%. 3% are made on the second contact. 5% are made on the third contact, and 10% are made on the fourth contact. That means 80% of sales through MLM are made in between the 5th and the 12th contact. Can you believe that? 8 in 10, 80% of sales are made in between the 5th and 12th contact. That blew my mind. When my dad told me that, honestly, just never let go. Never, ever let go. I mean, Alan told me last night when I spoke with Alan that he basically puts in his diary, if somebody says no, then he'll call them in 3 or 6 months and then tell them again, because it's never a no, it's a not yet. So people just got to get the timing. It's all about timing. So yeah, I just also wanted to mention about the leadership weekend. Don't forget, guys, the leadership weekend selling out fast. So be real quick. You do not want to miss this. If you're watching and listening to these webinars every week and you're thinking, wow, this is amazing, just you wait until the leadership weekend when all these guys speak and when you hear from Michael Weeder as well. It's going to be an amazing event. Seriously, if you're serious about making money in this, then you need to be attending that event. Lastly, also, if you just send us an email to Simon Brookes, the number 1, at btinternet.com with your comments and your feedback about tonight, that would be awesome. We'd really appreciate that. And thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you on next week's webinar when we'll be hearing from Ormond Curl again from last week. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye.